Best friends. They were best friends. People thought they were sisters. They did everything together. They shared everything with each other. They met in middle school. They were in the same college now. Sometimes they argued, but soon they made up. College can be tough. They took classes together. They studied together. They always helped each other. They were good students. They were from Colorado. They went home together. They lived in the same town. They knew the same people. Their family knew each other. They went back to college together. They shared one room. They acted like sisters. It is nice having a best friend. Everybody should have a best friend. Road trip. It was a sunny day. There were 5 of them. They were good friends. What time is it? One of them asked. It was almost 9 o'clock. They all looked at each other. It was time to leave. They were all excited. They entered the car. One of them drove. Everybody put on their seatbelts. The radio was turned on. Rock music blared loudly. The car drove off into the distance. It was a road trip to San Francisco. It was everybody's first road trip. It was going to be a long trip. They brought snacks and drinks. They planned to stay for a week in San Francisco. It was a fun trip. They laughed and sang along to the radio. They stopped to eat at diners. They planned where to go next on a road trip. Mark's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is a national holiday. It is celebrated once a year. Mark loved Thanksgiving. It is his favorite holiday. Every year, he cooks a turkey. Mark's wife helps him. Mark cooks other dishes, too. He makes stuffing, potato salad, and ham. Mark invites his family to his Thanksgiving. Mark has a large family. Mark's wife also invites her family. She has a small family. Everybody brings food to the table. There is always leftover food the next day. The doorbell rings. Mark invites his family inside. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody says to each other. The food is cooked. They wait for Mark's in-laws to arrive. The doorbell rings. Mark's in-laws come inside. Everybody sits at the table. The food is served. Everybody is smiling and talking. Everybody begins to eat. Thanksgiving is a festive holiday. Riding the bus. It was early morning. The sun was just over the horizon. She got on the bus. The bus was smelly. It smelled foul. Bus fare was $1.50. She paid her fare. Good morning, said the bus driver. Good morning, she said back. The bus driver was friendly. This was odd. She mostly met mean bus drivers. She wondered why. The bus was full. She looked around for seats. There were no seats in the front. She looked to the back. There was one seat available. She made her way to the back. There were a lot of people. Excuse me, she said. She touched elbows with people. The people let her through. She reached the back of the bus. Her seat had been taken. She held onto a pole and stood. It was a brand new day. She was happy. It was her first day of university. The bus rode on. Ice skating. It was winter. The streets were covered with snow. The air was cold outside. She was at a friend's house. They did not know what to do. She sat in the living room. Her friend sat beside her. They put on a movie. The movie was boring. They stopped playing the movie. She got out a board game. They started playing. The board game was missing pieces. They stopped playing. What do we do now? She asked her friend. Let's go ice skating, the friend said. They went to an ice skating rink. They left in a car together. They arrived at the place. There were a lot of people skating. They bought their pass. They put on their figure skates. They skated on the ice. She slid a couple of times. They ice skated for hours. It was so much fun. They left around 8 o'clock. They went back the next day.